All right, 4:47 is your time. We've got comfortable fall-like temps across the board here in the Tennessee Valley. We also had a glimpse of something, Clay, that you don't really see that often in this area, huh?
Yeah, that's right, Paul. We had reports of the northern lights being sighted here across portions of the Tennessee Valley. This was in Murray County in Grassy Mountain, or near Grassy Mountains, taken by Scott Kuhn, and you can see that color there. The best way to capture this, a lot of times it's not visible to the naked eye, but if you take your phone out or camera and put it in night mode, sometimes you'll be able to capture those pinks and purples. And again, this is pretty rare, but there's a pretty strong geomagnetic storm causing these lights to be seen as far south as New Mexico, Alabama, and of course here in Tennessee. And we had that nice showing back in May. So if you get a photo this morning of the aurora, send it in. I'd love to see it. I'm not sure if you can still see it out there. Of course, I was asleep last night, but still, great shot by Scott Kuhn. Just love to see that. As we take a look at your satellite and radar, things are calm and clear and crisp on this Tuesday morning in Food City Cam in Cleveland. Agreeing with that, it looks like it feels good out there. 50 in Dayton, 54 in Cleveland, 51 in Lafayette. Look at Fort Payne in the 40s, and many of you could be waking up to the upper 40s by the time we get up. Again, we had clear skies, a dry weather, and low humidity, allowing temperatures to drop very quickly overnight. And look at these highs: 75 in Soddy Daisy, 78 in Pikeville, 76 in Cleveland. We'll have 77 in Andrews and Murphy, 76 in Blue Ridge, 77 in Chatsworth, 75 in Henniger, and 76 in Fort Payne for your high. And check this out, our muggy meter now on the lowest setting, and guess what? It's going to stay there all the way through the weekend, maybe bumping up slightly Sunday, but then we're going to be tracking another cold front by the time we get into next week. So for the rest of the week, upper 70s to lower 80s, and then by next Monday, 72. And I think by next Tuesday, Wednesday time frame, we could even have highs in the 60s. So it's really going to turn a little bit chilly by the time we get into next week. And here's your morning temperatures through the rest of the week in the valley, generally in the upper 40s to lower 50s. A little bit warmer, of course, here in Chattanooga, but some of you could be waking up to the mid-40s by the time we get into the end of the week. And as that cooler weather settles in, the days get shorter, fall foliage starts to show up. Not seeing a whole lot of color just yet, but that's going to start to change pretty quickly as we move through the rest of the month. Now, we do have Hurricane Milton, became a Category 5 storm. Again, yesterday morning at 3, I walked in, it was a Category 1 storm. By the time we got to lunchtime, it was a Category 5. So this thing is undergoing rapid intensification, still very strong, more of a compact storm, but it's still going to move and affect the Florida Peninsula by the time we get into tomorrow. And we got hurricane warnings posted for the Tampa area, tropical storm warnings for much of Florida, and this is likely to make direct impact with Tampa. Going to weaken a little bit, but still a very powerful storm by the time it makes landfall late Wednesday into Thursday. This is going to be a high impact storm for the Florida Peninsula with a whole lot of storm surge, heavy rain, and hurricane force winds. If you have friends and family down there and they were ordered to evacuate, make sure they're doing so, because there's no need to risk it, because this is going to be a dangerous storm down in parts of Florida. Not going to affect us here in the Tennessee Valley, but as we take a look at your futurecast, again, we're going to stay nice and dry, but by the time we get into early Wednesday, that's going to be making an approach towards the Florida Peninsula, making landfall late Wednesday evening. So Wednesday night into Thursday going to be pretty rough for portions of the Florida Peninsula. And of course, we're not going to keep any impacts here. All the heavy rain going to stay well to our south into Florida. And as we take a look at your extended 7-day forecast, a whole lot of sunshine, low humidity. And I tell you what, Paul, they don't get better than this.
No, it just feels great out there this morning, last night. It was like a changing of the guard, as you could feel the breeze coming in last night.
I think that's it for summer. I don't think we'll have any more 90-degree temperatures.
Oh, you heard it here first. Thank you, Clay. Looking forward to the rest of the week.